Good hello, it's time for another update. Probably should have done one already. Anyway, this is where I left off. Remember all these sketches of Willpower, the character. I've cleaned them up a bit, and now have this. It's like a proper character turnaround, and they're all stacked up on top and do the turn. So that's been built into a main rig now. But before I get to that, I thought it'd be funny if sometimes throughout the game the character is like drawn like a badass, like when you're about to do a big attack or when you do something glorious. I don't know. That was fun to do and helps sort of figure out some of the more niche details and how it would look turning around, I guess. Anyway, over to here, the node structure. I need to show off the actual thing. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so like the monster from the other day, this is also rigged. It has a few deformers in there. Things like the arms will move and pull the hand along with it. We should be able to get a bit of movement out of the hair back there as well. Also, the mask is masked into the helmet as well as the chest section. And unlike the monster, this thing needs to be able to turn. So it has 3 different angles, front, side, and back. That can just be mirrored. And for those who don't know about the rigging side of things, notice that each angle has its own set of bone deformers. That's a cool thing that I'll show off real quickly if you want to learn that sort of stuff. So inside of a deformation, there is one of... oh golly. This is a transformation switch, and every time you go and add a new set of bones to a new drawing type, it does this. So inside each one of these groups there is another set of bones assigned to each individual drawing, and their number is like an ID code. So if you click on this and go to layer properties, you'll see they're called transformation 1, 2, and 3. So whenever I move between the 3 drawings, it knows to attach that set of bones to it, which is pretty cool. Setting it up is really easy as well, because all you got to do is click on the layer, like click on the drawing, and this button here appears. And when you click it, it gives you a blank slate that you can add some fresh bones to. So that's nice that it's not like it is technical on the back end, but for animator's point of view, it's not that bad. So that's cool. That's working now, and it glows like that. So the colors will likely change depending on the scenario. Not sure what that would be yet. Maybe powering up or something, and then we'll do the action pose, whatever. Anyway, other assets which may not be as exciting, but that's okay. I want to update on pretty much all the things that I'm doing. What have we got here? Item sphere. Have I talked about that yet? Oh, that's going to be a problem. I can't remember what I have and haven't shown off yet. Okay, so item sphere was going to be a all of the collectibles were going to appear in something like this, and does like a little shine like that. But any item I put inside of it would just sort of become washed and faded out. So I probably won't use that. Maybe for some things, definitely not for everything. So that was a bit of a downer. Moving on is the reward sphere. These things will definitely get used. They come in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. And I'm not really experienced in organic effects, but I gave it a crack, I guess, like that. There's not much else to say. It sort of speeds up, the line gets longer, and sparks fly off. It's just with the brush tool, it's all very organic and improvised. It was fun to do. I learnt a lot from it. I procrastinated a lot from doing it because I'm terrified of stuffing it up. It didn't turn out nearly as well as I pictured in my head, but at the same time it also turned out a lot better than I was expecting it to, because anyway, I did a couple of other terrain types as well. Here's a metal floor with a little gemstone thingy in it, and here's a metal wall, and the metal wall has like a whole bunch of different angle variations as well. So if there's like tons of them all stacked next to each other, it'll just be like that. But if it's along, say, like a corridor path, there'd be a bunch of floor. I'm gesturing with my hands, you can't see that. if there's a bunch of floors going all the way up here, then, you know, you'll just have the bolts along where a path would be. So that's sort of every combination where there could be a path or where there wouldn't be. I updated the brick one as well so that it would just have black lines on the edges where it needs to. That's probably not worth showing off though. Over here, this is a biggie. This is the coin gate. This is an important one. The primary mechanic of how the game works is when you do a good or when you don't do a bad and you earn a coin or a point or a token, or momentium is one possible word. I don't know. Whenever you get a thing that allows you to progress, the number on these gates will decrease. So I've just drawn numbers 0 through 9 just so it can sort of have a bit of a custom font, because I hate dealing with typefaces, so I just draw my own. They'll get cracked a bit, I think, and each world will have a different look. So this one will probably have a bit more of a glass aesthetic. Other ones might be like some organic mass covered in veins. Maybe it'll be some sort of machinery. So this first world is a little bit of hodgepodge of all sorts of different aesthetics. You know, we've seen metal, we've seen stone and dirt. A part of that is just because I'm not thinking too clearly, because I'm sort of just drawing whatever I want, because I've been looking forward to doing this for so long. I'm sort of just exploding with creativity and wanting to make stuff, but not really doing it with any sort of design hat on. So it'll definitely get refined later. But for now, I just need at least one of everything, so it can all sort of go together and be assembled and work and be playable. What is this one? I've forgotten. Oh yes, the Acid River. So a different key type, so like so much of things is going to be like keys and locks, right? But they take on different forms, whether it be a weapon to defeat an enemy or a tool to bypass a hazard. So in this case, he can get the acid boots, and he used the acid boots to cross the Acid River. This is a fun one because it has to loop in space and time. So, you know, the tiles can be stackable, but also that these bubbles will sort of loop as they go up and up and up. If I publish the time-lapse videos, that will go in a bit more as to how I did it if you're interested. I don't know, but this is more just for following progress of stuff. Anyway, that seems to be all of the graphics at the moment. But there is stuff to show off gameplay-wise. And I'm going to cut this video off and do another one of that, just so I can get it all together. One sec, bye.